Hi there, I'm Coach Fola, and if you want to learn Adobe Premiere Pro from the very beginning, you have clicked on the right video. My goal is to take you from zero knowledge in editing to creating videos that look professional enough for you to post on social media, on Instagram, on YouTube, and even for freelance projects. Don't worry, I won't be leaving you stranded, but I'll be providing you with all the assets that I will be using in these videos so you can follow along step by step. At the end of this course, you would have learned the basics of Premiere Pro and you would own a video created by yourself. So if you're ready for this, let's get started. Welcome guys to the first module of this class, and the title of this module is Premiere Pro Basics. Premiere Pro Basics. So let's get started. After installing your Adobe Premiere Pro on your PC, you click it open and allow it to open. It opens up like this, and yeah, you allow it to you give it time for it to open up. And when it does, it brings you to this page. Where you see Welcome to Premiere Pro. So you see the New Project button, you see the Open Project button, your Home button, and it shows the recent work that you've done. These are the work that I have done. I've been working on some videos recently, and Premiere Pro just helps you to does this good to help you to just show the list of all the videos you've worked on, so you can have easy access to it, so you won't just be searching for it. So yeah, for the sake of this class, we will be creating a new project. So we're going to click on the new project button. So yeah, when we click on it, it brings us to this page. It brings us to this. So here you can see the project name box where you can input your project name. Then you can see your project location. Yeah, because your files need to be organized. If not, it will just make your work disorganized and really discouraging for you to work on at some point. So you need to be organized. You need to organize your works. So, so let's input our project name. For our project name today, let's name it first video, because we are going to be creating a video at the end of this. So continue with me. So let's name it first video. Yeah, first video. So for your project location, I have the location that I want to pick. So I clicked on the drop down button there, choose location, and then I'm going to go down to desktop. That is where I want to put my files. Then you can see here I put video editing class. So yes, I want to save my work here. All my works are going to be in this file. So video editing class, I click on select folder. So I'm going to come here and click on create. So once you click on create, it opens up to the interface, Premiere Pro interface, and I I believe I'm saying your mind when I say that, oh my god, it looks like a lot. This is looking like a lot, yes. So there are a lot of things. We have the file, the edit, the clip, the sequence. Oh, but don't worry about that. That is the reason for this class. I am going to breaking everything down for you to be able to understand everything, so that you can understand. So in this place, you can see boxes, different boxes, different sections in Premiere Pro interface. Yeah. But the thing is, they all have their names. They have their names, and I'm going to be telling you their names right now. So the first one I'm going to be talking about here is the project panel. The project panel. The project panel is just like that, that place where you collect your ingredients. Do you understand? It's like, you go to the market now, you buy your things, you buy your food stuff, you buy your vegetable, you buy your groundnut oil, your salt, and everything. Of course, when you come, you need to be able to arrange them in different places. Okay, this is where I'm going to be keeping my dry foods. This is where I'm going to be keeping my veggies. This is where I'm going to be keeping. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So your project panel is where you are going to be bringing those your footages, your music, your voiceovers that you want to work on. Yes, it is inside your project panel. You're going to bring it in so you can work on it in Premiere Pro. But that is like the project panel, for just more explanation, is like the door between your system, your Premiere Pro, and your works that you have on your system. Do you understand? So there are different ways by which you can import your file into your project panel. Number one is either you see this import media to start. Yeah, you either double click on this, you double click on it, and then you can have access to your files. You can search for it wherever you kept your files, you search for it, and then you can bring it in. But for now, for the sake of this class, we're not bringing anything. I'm just showing you the interface at first. In the next class, we are going to really be bringing them in and you will understand better. So now the next box, let me call it box, that I'm going to be showing you here is we call it the source monitor. It's called the source monitor. Now, to explain the source monitor is like a preview of what you want to work on. Take for example, I bought sorry, I keep talking about foods is because I'm a nutritionist and everything about us is about food. So I am going to be using a lot food as my analogy a lot of times in this class. So please don't get offended, and I know you are food lovers too, so please just don't try not to salivate rather. So yeah, so your source monitor is like this. Say you bought your food stores, okay? You get, say you bought your potatoes. Your source monitor is like when you bring out your potatoes, say I want to cook potatoes, you bring out your potatoes and you start looking at them. Okay, this potato is bad. Okay, let me cut out this particular part of my potato. I don't need it. I cut it out. You have not started cooking it. You are just trying to look at it, trying to check it. Okay, let me look at, say, my pepper. There's some rotten tomatoes there that I need to trash. Do you understand? I wouldn't just cook everything. I want everything to be organized. So once I import my files, my footages, my music, my my voiceovers into my project panel that I told you about earlier, this, once I do that, I will click on the first on the footage. Say I want to check on the footage. I will click on the footage. Once I double click on the footage, it appears here in the source monitor. It appears here in the source monitor. So you can like preview, you can watch your video in your footage in your source monitor from the beginning to the end without actually listening to it. Or if you want to listen to it, you can. But you have not started working on it, you just want to check it, you just want to preview it, that, oh, this is the video or is this not the video. Do you understand? So when you are previewing it, you even have the chance to cut out the part that you don't want. So you cut out the part that you don't want there, and then you will leave the one that you want, which will now lead me to explaining the next box that I will be talking about now. So after you've cut the part that you don't want, you've trashed it, you've deleted it, you will now drag your footage that you've already trimmed out, the footage that is left after trimming, you will drag it right into this box. And the name of this box is your timeline panel. Or we could just call it timeline. So now what is your timeline? Your timeline is like your pot. Yes. So I want to cook. Sorry. So I want to cook the my what do I call it now? Say I want to cook What's the name of this food? Give me food. Give me something nice. I love nice food. I love nice food. Okay, let's say plantain frittata. Okay, I got you right there. So let's say I want to cook plantain frittata. I've gotten my plantain, I've gotten my veggies, I've gotten my oil, my granite oil, I've gotten my egg, and then my seasonings. I've gotten them. Your timeline is like the pot where you add everything together so it can make sense. And of course, as a good cook that you are, you wouldn't just pour everything just anyhow and then the thing will just turn out bad. There are processes, have one after the other. After you add your oil, then you add your egg, that kind of thing. So there are processes. So you wouldn't just pour everything into it and then come out with a disaster. No. So your timeline is where you arrange your footages that you dragged from your source panel. You arrange it one after the other, one in front of the other, one or you stack them on top of each other so that everything can become a video. Now, when you are putting one footage, let's say that is your pepper, you put another footage, that is your spring onion, you put another footage, that is your onion, everything together, when you are done cooking, is going to make, oh my god, you are going to have a very, very nice food at the end of the day. So that is what your project panel is for. It is like your pot where you put in all your food, where you put in all your ingredients rather, one after the other. I hope you're following me. I hope you get what I'm talking about. So let's move to the next and the last box I'm going to be talking about here. Okay, not the last. We still talk about more. Let's move to the next box I'm going to be talking about here, and that is your program monitor. The program monitor. And this is your program monitor. Are you following me? I hope you're following me. Yeah, so this is your program monitor. This big wide screen is your program monitor. Now, what does your program monitor do? Your program monitor is your screen, like I said, it's just your screen. Now, as you put in all your ingredients in your pot, your program monitor is where you will be able to view everything from the beginning to the end. You'll be able to view your videos that you have arranged. You'll be able to view it without actually, creating, like producing the video yet. Do you understand? You are only viewing it. This is different from preview. You cannot preview. This is different from the source monitor because it is only one video that you can preview in the source monitor. But for your program monitor, you can view all of your videos from all of your footages that you have arranged, not just footages alone, your graphics, maybe your text, then your voiceovers, your music that you've added together. Everything, you'll be able to watch it on this program monitor, which I call your screen. I hope you're getting me. I hope you're getting me. So let's move to the next one. You can see this right here is your toolbar. You can see different types of tools there. If you cannot see all of them, you can just spread it a little to the left and to your right like this, so you can see them very well. So this is your selection tool. The shortcut is V, your selection tool. This right here is your razor tool. This right here is your shape tool. We have a rectangle tool, your ellipse tool, your polygon tool, where you can draw different tools as you want, different shapes rather as you want in your videos. Also, we have the hand tool and the zoom tool. They all have their shortcuts to make your work faster and easier. So don't worry with time. As you're working, you get to use the shortcuts and you see that in no time you are editing your videos and you're done. Yeah. So also we have it contains the slip tool and the slide tool. I'm going to be explaining their functions with in time to come. Okay, let me just start explaining their function. The selection tool is what you use to select everything. Talk of anything, you select. Even in your timeline, you use it to select your footages, use it to carry them, use it to move your footages, Then we have the razor tool. I'm going to just mentioning just few ones that you're going to be using consistently. You're going to be using them a lot. So we have these two. You see, it looks like a razor. Yeah, it's called a razor tool, and the shortcut is C. So it's easier for me when I say cut C. The razor tool is used to cut. your videos, to cut them. So when you think of, see, I want to cut this video, so I just click on see, and then oops, and on my I'm using my razor tool already. So this is your shape tool. You may not use it as much depending on the kind of project you're working on. Yeah, and what you just want to produce. Yeah, so this is your shape tool. Then I'll also be talking about your pen tool. Your pen tool. Oh my God, you'll be surprised at the things you can use this pen tool to do. A lot of things, you'll be surprised. We'll be getting there later. Also, we have the type tool. Yes, you can type as much as you want using the type tool, and you can even edit your text. And that is also another thing. That's another panel entirely that we'll be talking about. But for this place, this is your type tool. So you click on the type tool, then you come to your program monitor, then you click on it, and then you start typing. Yeah, that is just how simple it is. So simple. So yeah, so let me just close that up. So yeah, that is that about your toolbar. Then you see something here. Yes, this is what we call your decibel bar. Your decibel bar. You see, look at it. Your decibel bar. You can look at this tiny text. It says dB. Then it has some numbers. Yeah, by the side. So your decibel bar indicates how loud your videos are. If your videos if your video is too loud, the audio of your video is too loud, the decibel bar, you will see the indication there. It will be pitching. You will see red at the top of it. There will be red at the top here, and then you will know that your video is too loud, and you need to reduce the audio, the level of the video. Also, okay, and then you should know that the normal range of your audio, for it not to be too loud, should be between -6 to minus 12 decibel. -6 to -12 decibel. So once your audio is within this range, you are good to go. You are good to go. It won't be too loud and it won't be too low. Okay, so yes, there is more. There is more. What we will be talking about. Okay, of course you can see these things here. This, you know, yeah. Okay, so they are all faded out. They are grayed out because we are not working on anything presently. We have no footages in Premiere Pro presently, so most of them are grayed out. But one thing I will quickly be talking about, you can see your file, your edit section. You can edit the sequence, which I'll be explaining in the next class, in the next module. We have markers, graphics, and titles, view window, and then help. So I'll quickly be talking about first of all, your playback resolution. Your playback resolution. See, Premiere Pro can be a lot because it is actually quite heavy. So when you are working on Premiere Pro, your system may tend to lag because it is heavy, and most especially when you are bringing in very heavy videos, your system may tend to start lagging, and then you are tired, like, what is going on? But to make things easier, this is where your playback resolution comes in. Yeah. So for your playback resolution, you go to view playback resolution, and you can see it there. You can see different levels of your playback resolution. For full, your video is going to be at the highest quality, so it will be very, 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 very slow. It is going to affect the quality of your video, so you can reduce it to either half or quarter. Yes, you would see the video that it will be looking, pixelated and unattractive, but don't bother about that. It is just for the meantime while you are working on your video, because when you are about to export it, you can bring it back to full, and when you export it, it is going to be as clear and as beautiful as anything. Do you understand? So if you can pick either of it, so you can start working, so that you can work faster, and your work can be smoother. So I will also be talking about your window your window. So under it, you can see your workspaces. Now inside Adobe Premiere Pro, there are different kinds of workspaces. Yes, And these workspaces are there to make work easier for you. You know, when you see Adobe Premiere Pro, it looks like a lot. How do I navigate this? How do I navigate this? But these workspaces makes that easier for you. So when you click on your workspaces, the workspace, depending on what you are doing, you click on the workspace that you want, depending on what you are doing. Take for example, you want to work on the audio of your video, you click on this. Take for example, you want to work on captions of your text as you're talking, the subtitles, you click on these captions and graphics. Take for example, you want to work on, touching up the color of your video, you click on this color. Then also for editing, and also for effects. Presently we're in effects workspace, and that is why you can see effects here. Yeah, you can see that, right? That's why you can see effects there. Then we have the essentials, we have learning libraries, and so on and so forth. But personally for me, I prefer to work with the effects almost all the time, except when I want to do something special. On constant clip, it's a constant clip for me. I like to work with effects because I can easily do a lot of things with it. So let me just show you a few other workspaces that when you click on color, it may take a little time, but then it changes up and then you can see different things. You see the thing, it has changed. The whole thing has changed. You can see lumetri color is now the one here. It is no longer effect. And then you can still see your program monitor, your source panel, your project panel, and then your timeline, which is not bad. Then also, let's check other workspaces. You can come to captions and graphics. In captions and graphics, you see it is the thing that it has changed again. You can see your text. So once you click your text, yeah, you see transcripts, captions, and graphics. Whatever you want, you can easily edit on your Premiere Pro. So all you just need to do is to understand which workspace works best for what the project you are working on, and you are good to go. You are good to go. You are good to go. So let us bring it back to our effect workspace. So so take for example, you were working and you just didn't know how you messed up your workspace. Oh my god, you just say you mistakenly carry this and you put, oh my god, where is my program monitor? You cannot find it again. Okay, oh my god, I have messed it up. I can't find my effect. What is all this? It is so messed up. Where is my work? Oh my god, have I lost my work? My work that I've been doing for a very long time. Oh no. Don't worry about it. It is very, very, very simple to resolve. So just go to your windows, your workspaces, then reset to save layout. Yes, and your workspace is back to normal. Finally. Yeah, I know, finally. So your workspace is back to normal and you can start editing again. That'll be all for this module. In the next module, we'll be importing and arranging our footages, and you're gonna love it.